Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. This is our first video that we're doing. It's called The Road to the Playoffs. This is our first one. We're doing the Missouri Express today. And I'm joined by Kale and a special guest, owner of the Express, Garrett.
Well, yes, we can finally put a face to the name of the Missouri Express. Owner has become infamous in this league. Mr. Garrett Blaine here. He's going to talk about the Express schedule a little bit with us. So, Brock, why don't we read off who the Express opponents are in JAL 13? They got a tough schedule.
Yeah, they do, looking at it. So the schedule already came out. You guys can go look at it if you want. But the Express Open, they actually played the first game of the tournament, and they play the Bambinos. I think that's going to be a pretty good game. I think the Express will win, and probably by multiple runs. But I think it'll be a fun opening game to watch. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the Bambinos can play them tougher than most teams do. Garrett, do you have any worries about the Express, any kind of championship hangover going into that opening game?
Of course not. We got Tate. Tate has cookies, so we know he's well nourished now. I made sure of that. Kyle's a stud, and Brad will hit dingers left and right today.
All right, he sounds pretty confident. Now let's move on to their next game, Brock. And this game is important. It has some significance. Other than that, it is a rematch, actually, of the Chicken Dinner Cup from last tournament. Brock, why don't you fill everyone in what the significance is?
That's right. They are playing the Cobras, just so you guys know. That's your team, Kale. And then, I don't know, is it soon after their first game, or is it after a little while?
It's not right after, but it's a little bit after. But you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No, actually I don't.
Okay, he doesn't know what I'm talking about. It's the win streak record on the line.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Now,
the record's like 7, isn't it? Or,
record is 7 games.
That's right.
If they were to win that game, they would tie the record. And the biggest thing here is they're going up against the team who holds that record.
Yeah, that's right. Me and you had a hand in that record. But yeah, so they'll play the Cobras. I want to hear your thoughts before I go, though.
Well, first of all, I want to ask Garrett how important this record is to him.
All right, so for me, this important is a little more important than any other records because Kale's the most overrated player in JL. This we all know. And, I've been here now for a few years with Kale at KU, so it's a little something. That way next time I see him, I can always rub this in his face. This one's really important to me. You're not playing, Brock, so I think we have it in the bag.
Okay, wow. Taking a bit of a shot at Kale.
All right. Brock,
what?
Are you confident that the Express will be 2-0 after these 2 games?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. I actually think that the Cobras can I think they can give them a good game. Better than the last game they played. But yeah, I think they'll be 2-0 after this one, and it'll probably be multiple runs again. Do you have any confidence playing against the Express?
I think that we've got Stolven now. He'll be the starter for us in this tournament, and we got him back. And he's a good hitter, too. I think we can play him tougher, but if I was just not involved in this and I was just a betting person, I would not in any way bet the Cobras to win this game. Though I think they can give them a good run for their money if we play our A game and they don't play that great.
Yeah, I think so, too, because they beat you guys like 10-0. They won't score that many runs with Solon pitching. He's a good pitcher, but no one can hit the Express.
All right, now let's say they tie the all-time win streak record by winning that game, which is 7 games. I don't remember if we said that or not, but that would give them 7 straight wins, which would tie the record. Then they would go into their final game of the regular season with a chance to break the record against a team that has been good for the last 4 tournaments. They've been in the mix every time. The Toodle Lynx. Brock, what do you think of this game?
I think this is going to be the best game from their schedule, especially the funnest one to watch. I actually think the Lynx have a chance to beat them. They almost beat them the last time they played them. They should have, in my opinion, but I think they have a chance. The Express still have the edge to me. I still think they'll win, but I think it'll be close. Especially, it'll be closer than the other 2 games. But I think they'll be 3-0 after the regular season.
This game, definitely to me, it just seems, because it's it's the last game right before the playoffs. It just seems like a playoff build-up game to me.
The only thing that I would be concerned with is if both the teams have made it already, and there's like no way that they can change their spot. Then they'd like pitch someone else.
Now that's what I was thinking too. But I don't know. I don't think that would happen because if both teams are 2-0, the way the playoffs work now is you get that. If you're the 1 seed in your conference, you get that bye. So if they're both 2-0, that game would be for first place. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they would rest.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll be in a position where they're playing for the number 1 spot. I hope they are, but I want to know, Garrett, are you concerned about the Lynx at all? Do they concern you at all?
All right, I'm concerned about anybody. We are going to meet up again. I am about 95% confident that this game will be a rematch of last year, and it'll be another rematch later on in the playoffs.
The American Conference Finals?
Yeah.
All right. Now, Brock, one thing I wanted to point out is when we revealed what the opening game was, Express versus Bambinos, the Lynx players were a little bit irritated that they weren't given the opening game to face the Express. They felt like they should have been given that game. I think they're going to have a little chip on their shoulder to try to take them down. What do you think?
Well, I think they always kind of have a chip on their shoulder. Jordan's just kind of that way. I don't know. He gets pretty competitive when he's there. It would have been fun if it was the opening game. Probably be a better game than the Express Bambinos, but like I said, I think they actually have a legit shot to beat them. Not the favorites, but more than anyone else.
Well, it'll be the top 2 ranked teams. It'll be number 1 Express versus the number 2 ranked Lynx going at it in that game. That'll be a good one. So, Brock, you think they go 3-0?
Yeah, I think they go 3-0.
I think they go 3-0 too. I'm sure this guy thinks they go 3-0. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they... one interesting stat, Brock, that I was just looking through randomly today when I had nothing to do.
Of course not. when you have stuff to do.
Was that the team that wins the championship in the last 2 tournaments has failed to make the playoffs in the following tournament.
Yeah, that's going to change. I mean, there's no doubt. Yeah, that's just absurd to think that'll happen again. They're going to make it, and they'll probably be the number 1.
All right. Well, that was our first Road to the Playoffs video. We will be coming out with the other teams when we get around to it. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed meeting Garrett Blaine here.
Woo!
And we will see you next time. We can't tell you right now which team we're going to do next because we kind of just come up with it on the spot. So, see you later.
See you, Brock.
Yep.